Hello fellow outsiders. Today is an update episode and I just wanted to keep you up to speed on what I'm doing this winter. I try to put a video out every week, but in the midst of all that I'm doing a lot of different things that you don't get to see on a weekly basis. So I just want to get you up to speed on what I've been doing this winter and what I plan to do, and also I've got a really exciting announcement. Lately I've been in the bush with my good friend Jag and my dad, and we've been logging cedar posts, and this is to prepare for building in the summertime with the cabin site. In keeping with the spirit of keeping things on a budget, we're going to trade the posts that we harvest for a good generator. Once the cabin starts going up, we're going to need some big tools out there that are going to require a generator to run them. For example, I would like to have a pressure washer out there, maybe a pump that can draw water from the nearby spring, as well a big industrial drill that can drill into rock. So this generator is something that we're going to need, and so that's what we've been working on, and I'm filming that, and so that footage will be hopefully included in the next episode of Log Cabin on a Budget. So we've been having a lot of fun out here in the bush. I built a snow sledge, which is in one of my previous episodes, and we've been just bombing around in the bush and moving our supplies in and doing some logging and getting posts, and it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing this kind of work. But last week, when my friend was driving the snowmobile and I was on the sledge, we ended up going through a bit of a hidden creek that was underneath the snow, and the snowmobile slammed really hard into the creek, and so did my sledge. But the snowmobile hit so hard in the little creek that it ended up bending and popping a spring out of the suspension.
That was a big hit. I nearly lost the camera.
And so the spring was dragging on the track, and we couldn't go anywhere until we fixed the problem. And so that was a bit of a challenge, a little frustrating, but we were able to fix it. Again, one of the springs were really bent and wouldn't go back into the spot that it needed to go into. And so we ended up having to do a bush repair on the sled, and thank goodness we were able to fix it. And so we popped the spring out and bashed it back into something that was relatively straight again. And we put it back in, and it was off to the races again. So that was a bit of an adventure. It delayed us a little bit, but once in a while having a challenge like that is good for you, I think. And so now we know how to fix a broken spring in a sled and to do it all out in the bush at the same time. So with a limited amount of tools, I think we had a wrench on us and a ratchet strap, and we were able to fix it with that. So I think we had a couple sockets too, but I'm very happy we had those tools at least, because we were able to do the job.
Good thinking on your part.
Getting the
ratchet
strap in there, yeah. Well, it fits, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm glad that there was a spot to attach it onto as well. Like, who knew?
Yeah.
That was there.
Maybe it was built for bush repairs, that's for sure. Well, it looks like we have an operational suspension system again, so I'm happy. Well, look at that. It works. So those are two things that I've been up to recently: getting the posts, fixing the broken sled, and now I've got two announcements to make. Number one, a production company contacted me recently, and this is the company that is responsible for making the hit survival show Alone. And I've only watched a few episodes, maybe one or two of Alone, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't see the whole series, but I thought, you know, if I'm ever on a survival show, I think I would really like to be on the survival show Alone. And if you haven't watched it, it's basically where they take a bunch of people and they drop them into the middle of nowhere by themselves, and they have to survive as long as they possibly can. And they have a way of contacting the crew if they need to be taken out. But once they call for help and are taken out, then they're done. And I guess it's a process of elimination. And so the last person who survives alone in the bush wins the contest. And I forget what the prize money is. I think it's 50 grand or 100 grand or something like that. Well, anyway, this company that created that show contacted me, and they're working on a new show, and I think it's called Survival Duos. And they were wondering if I would be interested in applying for the show with a relative of mine. And this is basically how the show is going to work. It's very similar to the show Alone, but instead of having to survive alone, they send pairs into the bush, and they want the pairs of people to be related somehow. So it can be a mother-daughter team, a father-son team, a pair of brothers, a pair of sisters. They want them to be related, and they want to see how they survive together. As well, I think they're also looking for husband and wife teams. And so they drop these pairs off into the bush just like Alone, and they try and survive as long as they possibly can together. Usually when a production company contacts me, I'm not allowed to disclose the information to anyone really. It's kept a secret because most of these shows are pre-production, and they're just putting them together, and they don't want the public to know about them. But this company said that I was free to discuss this opportunity because they want me to open up the casting call to anyone who's interested in applying for the show. So if you're related to someone and both of you love surviving alone in the bush and you think you have what it takes to survive, then this might be the show for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this casting call poster with all the information that you need on my Facebook page, the Outsider Facebook page, and you can find that in the description, the video description below, or you can find it on my About page of the channel. Okay, now on to the most exciting news that I have to share with you today. Well, I'm going to be a dad. My wife is pregnant. She's about 6 weeks pregnant now, and we've been married for almost 5 years. So now it's time to have an addition to the family. In the fall, I'm going to have a little outsider running around, and so I'm so excited for that. Whether it's a boy or a girl, I can't wait to impart what I've learned to them, to share my love for nature with them, and teach them whatever I know. Yeah, so this is a new adventure for me. I'm really excited, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So there you go. There's my 4 pieces of news for today. Cutting posts in the bush for the generator, fixing sleds in the bush, reality show offer, and I'm going to be a dad. So lots of crazy, awesome things are happening right now, and I'm so thankful that I get to share it with all of you and that everyone just keeps watching. So just keep supporting this channel if you believe in it, whether by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, joining the Facebook page. If you've got friends who you think would love this channel, make sure to share it with them. And because the more people that are watching, the more I have an incentive to keep filming and to keep doing what I'm doing. So again, thank you very much. And as always, I'm the Outsider saying, until next time.